calling this special show Dueling Critics, not because we disagree all the time, because in fact I think we probably agree more often than we disagree. But when we do have disagreements, it's kind of too bad, you know, when Gene's wrong. I guess you feel the same way about me. So on this program, we're going to take another look at 6 movies we have major disagreements about, and maybe we'll be able to find out something about each other's blind spots. Our next split decision is another recent Jon Voight movie, and I hope it doesn't look like I'm picking on Jon Voight. I think he's a fine actor. He's been in a lot of good movies. But in Table for Five, he was wrongly cast. And in our next movie, Looking to Get Out, he's stuck in a ridiculous story, totally unbelievable. Voight and Burt Young play gambling buddies who get into debt and fly to Las Vegas, try to win some money to pay off juice loans from the mob. And in this scene, Voight backs a one-time master gambler played by Burt Remsen.
How you doing?
Doing fine, thanks. Stay.
17. Believe this? What's the damage over there? Where are we stuck?
It's 170, sir.
$170,000.
Oh, I'll get out of here.
Where you going? You going, bro?
You know what's going to happen?
What?
The desert.
Okay, raise the limit to 20,000. 140,000 across.
Mark it up.
Do you have $170,000?
No.
Then you better sit down. Listen, don't worry about a thing. This is negative financing. Countries do this.
Looking to Get Out is about as deep and logical as a TV situation comedy. Voight fast talks himself into a free suite, all the room service he wants, thousands of dollars in credit at that casino, without so much as showing a single identification card. And Voight and his buddies are allowed to keep their winnings, even after it's obvious to everyone that the Burt Remsen character is a card counter and that he's employed at the casino. But you see, the owner of the casino doesn't want to make a scene because his present girlfriend, Anne Margaret, used to be Voight's lover. Sure, you bet. I lost all interest in Looking to Get Out because in a movie where anything can happen, who cares what happens?
Well, I care again what happens because I cared about Jon Voight. That character lived. Burt Remsen lived for me. When those guys are getting into strange situations, if I'm with them, I'll follow them pretty much to a place where anything can happen.
Well, if you wait a minute now. If you like the characters and they live for you and they're real people,
Yes.
then wouldn't you like them better in a situation that you could believe was not totally made up as they went along?
Yes,
I mean,
better. But
don't you feel?
wait,
Gee, here's a
Raj.
real guy. And he's not being treated in a real way.
No, here's what, Raj. You're talking about in the film with I, the Jury. You said a line, and I can quote earlier in the show.
Yeah.
You said, "Life's too short to make sure that everything turns out just right."
And
Here we have
a
a
Mickey
point.
Spillane
We
thriller.
have a point, Roger,
Right.
and that is that plausibility, and actually this point comes from an article written by Vincent Canby in the New York Times. It was a marvelous one. I know you read it.
Okay.
Plausibility counts in movies when you don't like the movie, and plausibility doesn't count when you like the movie.
In other words, what you're saying is the ambiance wasn't enough for you and I, the Jury, but it's enough for you in Looking to Get Out.
And the ambiance in this case specifically was, again, my affection for Jon Voight.
Does it strike you that in that case we have exchanged positions between these two movies?
No, I don't particularly care because I'm right for this picture. Consistency, you know what they say about consistency? I'm trying to be true to the experience I had in the theater. I know you are too.
Well, maybe that's the only thing you can be true to, is what you felt while you were watching it.
I hope we haven't just eliminated film criticism. I don't think so. I think these are issues worth talking about. Okay? So much for Looking to Get Out. Let's Looking to Get Out also with Jon Voight, this time as a chronic gambler.
You know, Gene, when we were sitting here trying to decide why we disagreed and so forth, sometimes I get letters from students who say, what do you look for when you go to the movies? What are your standards or your list of things you look for as a film critic? And my answer is always, I don't know. I don't know. I go in, I let the movie happen to me.
Yes, the movie starts always before we do. And so we are looking to where it is going, apparently, and it gets derailed in Looking to Get Out for you, and it does not. There's a center to Looking to Get Out that wasn't there for you. The center, in my case, Jon Voight's character.
So, that's it for Dueling Critics.